We had one question for Sandra Brooks, the owner of Legal Self-Help. Is she practicing law? She says she isn't, but that she's just helping people fill out paperwork in divorce cases for a fee. But we have uncovered documents that say otherwise. As she was coming out of court, Sandra Brooks had no intention of talking to us. Sandra, we've got video of you. Are you going to comply with the judge and close up the business or change the way you do business? In the late 1990s, Brooks was told by the Kentucky Bar Association to stop practicing law without a license. A few years later, the Federal Bankruptcy Court of Eastern Kentucky told her the same thing: cease and desist the practice of law. And most recently, Fayette County Family Court Judge Tim Philpott told her the same thing again.
There does not need to be any appearances that the judge might be trying to put Ms. Brooks out of business. This judge is, okay, trying to put Ms. Brooks out of business.
Brooks is the owner and operator of Legal Self-Help LLC here in Lexington. Naturally, we had a few questions for Brooks, so we stopped by for a friendly chat. Are you Sandra? I'm Richard Essex, LEX 18.
Oh, we're not doing no news story.
Well, we are. We're doing one. You want to step in here for a second? She quickly denied having practiced law, but take a look at these court papers. They say otherwise. Brooks has a documented history of practicing law without a license, and another stating she appeared to have lied to the court. Her actions are not without victims.
She gave my husband legal advice without being an attorney.
Amanda McHatton and her then husband used Brooks' service, Legal Self-Help, for what they say should have been a quickie divorce. After a year of problems caused by bad paperwork, she was more than fed up. Did she offer him legal advice?
Yes, she told him what I was entitled to. And then when we went to court the first time, there was something wrong with the paperwork.
The same for this couple, who are finally divorced after a year of troubled paperwork and botched legal proceedings. As Brooks left the courtroom, she was none too thrilled to see us or answer any of our questions. Are you going to shut down your business? So we decided to check one more time with Legal Self-Help and ask Sandra Brooks a few more questions. Can we make an appointment to talk to you?
I think he already told you what he's going to say. So I think...
Well, we want to hear from you. She locked the door on us. No answers this time. She locked the door and turned off the lights. It is a misdemeanor to practice law without a license here in the Commonwealth, along with a small fine. The Fayette County Family Court judges say if she would just close her business, her legal troubles would go away. If you have a story you'd like us to check out, just email investigates@lex18.com. Back to you. According to an emergency protective order, a state police trooper found Walker crouched down, hiding in his girlfriend's yard. Last week, that woman got a restraining order against Walker. Minutes after he resigned, we were there with some questions. Mr. Walker, got a couple questions for you there. Stuart Walker, the now former chief of police in London, had just quit his job.
Mr. Walker, I can stand out here all day.
Seconds later, he came out of the mayor's office.
Richard Essex, LEX 18. Can you tell me why Judy Collins has a restraining order against you? There have been a lot of allegations by Judy Collins and your ex-wife on surveillance.
I'm glad you're saying allegations, but you need to discuss anything with my attorney, okay?
In August of 2012, Judy Collins, Walker's then girlfriend, moved in with him. 7 months later, it was over and she moved out. According to an emergency protective order against Walker, she claims a state trooper found him crouched down in her driveway and that Walker had become physically violent with her in the past. Now let's go back to our questions.
Well, could you explain them to us? There's a restraining order by your ex-girlfriend that you have to stay away from her till November 7th of this year. The allegations are that you were doing surveillance on her. A state trooper even caught you in her front yard.
He didn't answer our questions, so we went back to see the mayor.
Mr. Walker, when he came in I asked him to be here this afternoon, and he came in with a resignation.
According to court documents, this is not the first time that Mayor Rutter has heard these allegations. LEX 18 Investigates sat down with him several days ago.
But you were aware of the Kentucky State Police trooper that found him in his girlfriend's front yard in the ditch?
Yes, I talked to him. Matter of fact, I talked to him yesterday also.
The trooper or,
The trooper.
and the trooper verified that to you?
In the conversation, yes, he did.
And according to divorce papers, the former Mrs. Walker called Mayor Rutter and the Laurel County Sheriff several times complaining of similar behavior from Walker.
Did you know about these allegations?
The recent allegations you're talking about,
Allegations that go back even to his first wife.
on the surveillance, and no, I don't. I wouldn't say no. I don't think I've ever heard that, but I heard it
Now,
yesterday.
Let me stop you right here.
Okay.
I have papers that make allegations of his behavior that mention you directly, that you were
Let me see.
made aware. Now, I've given you the chance to come clean with me.
I would. That's what I'm trying to do.
The department is currently looking for a new chief of police. Back to you. To allow for scheduling, 3 classes were offered to the council and staff over a 6-week period of time. The one thing we heard over and over again was how serious harassment claims are taken by the council. Like the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. And when it comes to harassment training, there isn't much talk. Councilman Farmer wouldn't even hear the question. Got one question for you. I will not answer. Seriously? Councilor Chris Ford heard the question and walked away. Called us the next day for a do-over.
I had prior obligations that wouldn't allow me to reschedule.
In September of last year, a female employee in the council office told another employee to, quote, go milk yourself. The employee filed a sexual harassment complaint, but not against the woman who made the statement. Instead, they filed it against another council office employee who reported it. A private law firm from right here in Lexington was hired to investigate and paid about $11,000. They found no wrongdoing, but said sexual banter could escalate into sexual harassment. They recommended training for council employees. All elected council members were scheduled to attend, according to a sign-in sheet, so who showed up? Well, it's time for a quick game of Guess Who, the Lexington Council version. Is it a man? No. That's right, no male council members attended. Councilor Ellinger did tell us.
I've been to training before, and I feel like I was not involved in that case.
Did the person walk out the back door of the council chambers to avoid our questions? Nope. Akers, Scotchfield, along with Councilman Farmer, walked out the back door to avoid our cameras. Of the 4 council members remaining, Lawless says that she teaches sexual harassment training classes. Vice Mayor Gorton says as a nurse, she takes yearly harassment training. If you guessed Councilwoman Peggy Henson, you won. And according to records discovered by LEX 18, Peggy Henson was the only council member to attend training.
I won't criticize my colleagues at all, and you know, if they felt they didn't need it, I think that's their choice.
According to documents uncovered by LEX 18 Investigates, the woman that made the statement that prompted this whole investigation did not attend one of the training classes. Back to you.